Hi everyone!
Welcome!
Okay.
78!
Forget that grandma. Girl, you got the best.
Welcome to our YouTube channel. I am Umber.
And I'm Afsha.
We are sisters and we have been told to start a YouTube channel quite a few times, so we finally did it.
Yay! It's our first video.
And so what we're doing today is just a Q&A for you guys to get to know us a little bit, and we'll try to explain why we're starting this channel and what we're going to talk about.
What we also have is a pile of some questions that those of you that follow us on Instagram have given us. So I feel like this is something my sister should have started when she was like 14. I have a bias, but I think she's incredible, and the way she articulates herself and the ideas that she's had have been there since we were way younger.
When I was in high school, I really wanted to make a YouTube channel. I just didn't have the confidence, and I never went through with it. And my sister was like, the day I mentioned, you know, I have all these opinions, I really want to talk to people about it, she was like, 100% do it. And I just never did it because I was terrified of what people thought of me. And this year, I just kind of realized I don't really care what people think of me, and I just wanted to, we wanted to make this a joint channel because we have different perspectives.
I'm just here.
Being different ages. I guess the reason why we started this was because we want to be more of what we don't see. Yeah. So I don't feel that I see a lot of people talking about social justice issues. I feel like a lot of it's skincare routine and makeup tutorials, which are great, but we wanted to create a channel that was a little bit more about topics that we're really passionate about. Yeah. And I think just bringing light to the conversation is going to help so much regarding changing the world, because a lot of the times we just don't acknowledge that anything's wrong. We try to pretend that everything's perfect, and we live in this sort of bubble, and we want you to question things and analyze them the way we learned how to. So
both of us, we were raised in a predominantly Caucasian city. There was no representation for us, for women who look like us, people from Desi background, talking about what it's like to grow up in a bicultural environment. I find that there's a lot of you who also deal with similar things, and none of us talk about it. So that's also something that I hope to bring to this channel. Some of the topics that we really want to discuss: internalized misogyny,
toxic monogamy,
being brown and accepting our culture. What does that really mean?
Dealing with being jealous of your friends, and you know, whether that's healthy or not, or jealous of people that are talking to your partner, that sort of thing, just jealousy in general.
What our experiences being plant-based, or ever since we stopped eating meat, what that's been like, debunking some of those myths.
Also going to be talking about like sexism and racism and prison reform and just like stigmas in society, mental health,
reincarceration rate in North America versus other places in the world, just
everything.
We'll also make some of them fun, but it'll be based on your feedback and your response. If you guys are into this, we will definitely continue because there's a lot more where this came from.
Without further ado, we will get started with the bowl.
Yay! What's your story and what's your journey, and how did you start? Once I graduated university, I opened up my own investment practice. I work in wealth management. I really wanted to tie that into my personal life, and I just felt like financial knowledge was really missing in people, and if I could educate them through a media or a platform that people are using, which was Instagram, there could be some sort of connect, and people would start, you know, investing earlier on and understanding how to work their finances.
I guess I'm just really passionate about activism, and I have for a long time, but I've never known how to pursue it and what to do about it. I just kind of got inspired by big activists like Jamila Jamil and Jada Pinkett Smith. So that's kind of what is making me work on social media right now to grow my following.
We want to be able to connect and relate to you guys the way that like I said, I would have wanted representation growing up.
Interesting facts about yourselves, hidden talents, or any funny stories. Honestly, I have zero hidden talent. It's not even hidden. We both shuffle. That's a talent, I would say. I can touch my elbows when my arms are straight out, and it's extremely helpful in the world. I get a lot done with this. When I was a server,
our brother and I have made fun of her like her entire life growing up, and I love that that's coming out as a hidden talent.
I embrace it now.
I can't wait to
This is my superpower. When I was a server, I was able to like bend around people and grab their cup.
I wonder if they can see this,
water.
but I mean, for perspective, her elbow goes like out here, hits me in the face, and then her hand is actually reaching all the way over there.
It's really attractive, yeah.
What kept you motivated to stay consistent in your fitness journey?
So I've actually been off the wagon for like 6 months
That's
now.
what I was gonna say.
Finally getting into it again, like consistently 5 days a week. I intentionally wanted to take a break, and I just wanted to explore different aspects of like what I want to do with my life. It just wasn't the top priority, but before that it was a really big priority. And I would say that it's not really so much about motivation, it's more just about forcing yourself to do it. I'm not like the type of person that jumps out of bed in the morning at 5 a.m. and is like, let's go to the gym. Like, I hate it.
Can't wait.
I hate it at times, but I love the challenge and I love growing, and it's a mental and a physical battle. I honestly think that it was just habit. You go to the gym and you just make it part of your routine. So if you go to school, you go to work, fit it in before or after classes or your job. 45 minutes to an hour is all it takes. And
the thing that you posted, which was like, no one ever regrets the workout that they did. For me, I have to think about it and I have to convince myself saying, you're going to feel good after you do this, or this is good for your mental health. You'll have clarity. This is your only break out of the office. If I tell myself, hey, this is to feel good, to be able to perform better, you'll have higher energy levels tomorrow.
You'll have better sleep, you'll have, everything will improve. I think a large part also is that people tend to go all or nothing, so they think that they have to go 7 days a week and they have to lift like crazy and do sprints every day. But honestly, if you focus on the health aspect instead of the physical aspect, like obviously physical is a part of it, but if you focus on moving, even if it's like mobility work or going for a jog or certain sports that you love, it doesn't have to be like you go to the gym and you...
Yeah, that's actually a good point. That's how I do it. I switch it up. What I would start doing is join basketball league and just have fun and like playing with peers and different kinds of sports. Like we've done beach volleyball.
Yeah.
I've done badminton. I just recently started rollerblading again and I love it.
What was your biggest bonding moment together?
Our travel together is
definitely every time
like we leave and we're like, oh, you know, we're so close. We know everything about each other, and then we come back and it's always on the flight back. We're just like turning to each other and we're like, dude, how did we get closer? We have our struggles. I mean, like, if you hung out with us for a day, you'd probably think we fought the whole day. It's just the way we talked to each other and got used to each other.
Bonding moments have to do with being perfectly in sync and getting along really well. For her very first festival, that was like one of the biggest moments of my life, where I was just like, oh my gosh, this person is my best friend and I love her. But also in the really, really tough moments where you don't even want to be around each other because you're so angry, and when you get over those fights and you actually come and solve them, that's the biggest bonding moment of all, because you're like, oh, we just got through something most people would walk away from each other for.
I was thinking about it the other day. I think we could get through anything.
Well, I mean, we have.
Yeah. Next question. Do people still have troubles pronouncing your name?
Yes, every day. I think it happens.
Thank you for asking that. Yeah.
So my name is Umber, it's not Amber, and I have to tell you guys something funny. So I was actually telling someone, it was like, I don't even know, somewhere loud, some party, and I was like, oh, it's Umber, it's Amber, but with a U. And he goes, Ambrew? And I was like, no. That's like the extent of what happens. Or like my teachers say Umber or something and I just correct them, but I feel like you get a lot more.
Yeah, my name is Afsha, and it's spelled A-F-S-H-A, and then there's a silent N, and so that's always confused people. So it's always been everything from Asafan to Ashfan. I mean, people still at my work call me Ashfan to this day. And like, but you know, like you just kind of get used to it that you live in a country where not everyone, like I've never met another.
Yeah. It'd be different if we lived in India, like no one would ever mess it up. But I guess we should say what our names mean.
Let's not talk about that. That's so embarrassing.
What is it? Sunshine?
It means to shine, like literally, and then like
that's cute.
Physically, it's that like glitter. Like no, it's not cute. It's really embarrassing, and I hate telling people. But you can tell people what your name means.
Okay, so it means two different things in like Urdu and Punjabi. So Punjabi, I think it means. Oh shit! What does it mean?
I don't know. I don't know why. I didn't even know there was two different meanings.
There's two. People always tell me like if I'm talking to someone that's Punjabi, I swear it's like sun or something.
That's mom's name.
And then, no, mom's is happy.
Sunshine.
Oh my god. I don't remember. But, okay, whatever. Let's go to the Urdu version. So in Urdu, my mom said that it means perfume. And my sister and brother say that it just means, like, smell. Like, just a singular smell. Apparently, it doesn't specify if it's a good or bad smell, so they say that it's just, you know, like farts.
To smell.
So, I go with perfume. Next question. What is the biggest fear you have ever overcome?
Ooh. Okay.
Oh my god, making this YouTube video.
It's awesome.
What is your biggest fear?
Okay, one of mine, there's a couple, but one of the biggest ones was public speaking. You know, I own a wealth management practice and I teach seminars, corporate and personal. But when I landed the gig of teaching seminars at the University of Alberta, it was like 140 kids are showing up today, or you know, you're gonna have 200 people and there's gonna be people sitting on the sidelines watching. And you know, it was a classroom that I had lecture in. So you know, I really do believe that you're growing whenever you fear the next move that you're making, obviously for good purposes, but I definitely overcame public speaking. I can now talk to a crowd of people, whether it's a welcome speech to, a class of pharmacists. I've overcome it.
This is a light one. Read it. When it comes to snacks, are you more salty, sweet, or sour? Okay, I'm all about the carbs, so I love like pasta, potatoes, pizza, all the peas. Sour soothers and cake versus like pizza
and pizza.
Yeah, I would pick. You would pick too?
I couldn't have even, I completely agree. Fries, 100%.
All that shit, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are you Pakistani and Muslim?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
That's it. That's just kind of right there.
Long story short, so our grandparents or great-grandparents and ancestors before that are from Kashmir, and then our grandparents were born in India, and then because of the partition, our parents were born in Pakistan, and so we identify as Pakistani.
But we were not born in Pakistan. We were born in Canada, so
we've never actually been.
We speak Urdu like choppy. She's better than me because she's older, obviously. But also it's because I don't practice. We haven't visited Pakistan yet. It's on our list. We're definitely going to do that. We'd like to see where our mom was raised and everything about that country.
We also grew up learning like 3 languages at once. So mom spoke Urdu, Punjabi, and then English all at once.
Yeah,
we love that part of our culture.
A lot of people ask if we're like mixed or anything. We are fully Pakistani. Yes. We're not, both our parents are Pakistani. We're not like half Lebanese or half white. We did grow up in a Muslim household.
Yeah.
And I think this is like a video in itself. We'll make a video regarding religion because it's a really, deeper and it's a controversial one. But we don't identify it. That's so rude.
Coffee machine. Just pause. Thanks.
Stop it. It's just cleaning itself.
Interrupting.
It's really just complex.
I mean, it has to do with our identity, how we grew up, and our struggles with it. It's been a long journey for us to even, or for myself at least, to even be able to talk about it is a really, really big deal. We're hoping that anyone else in the same position can relate and find confidence that there are people who are willing to talk and speak about what their journey was, and not just the beautiful parts of our culture or religions, but the parts that we struggled with.
Have you two always been close? No. We are 5 years apart, so when we were growing up, we didn't really...
to put it in perspective, she was in grade 4 and I was in grade 9.
Yeah.
So there's just no way.
We just didn't relate to anything, but it's not like we hated each other by any
No, I was just
we always had each other's back.
Yeah.
She was always half parenting me along with my brother.
Yeah, our relationship was very much like,
yeah.
Here we go, youngest child. It was very much like, take care of your younger sister, take her to parties that you go to do, make sure she's doing good in school, make sure she's doing her homework. So it was always to look out for you.
We moved cities, and the initial town that we lived in, we lived on a street with all of our cousins. My mom has 9 brothers and sisters, and they all just sort of, they all set up camp on the same street. And so we grew up with our cousins, and we were all matched with age, so I always had someone that was 1 year younger and 1 year older, and so those would be my friends. But then when we moved, we didn't have people to, I guess, connect with as much, so then we just kind of went to each other.
Yeah, we finally had our own rooms, and we just sort of relied on each other to hang out and connect. And
that's one thing where religion comes in, is there are some restrictions. That's being a woman in Islam, and so we would bond over that, and we would just be like,
why is it like this?
Why does our brother get to do what we don't get to do? So we would have to have each other's back.
That is where it started.
We protected each other. That's what we did. And so we never got it.
I told on my sibling.
Yeah, we never understood that.
I would be like, hey, what are we saying? What are we doing? What are you doing? Where are you? It's already so hard.
Yeah, we knew that we're kind of all we have. Why would I tattle on you?
I think for you, you came more to me because I was older. But really, the shift for myself, where I saw our relationship changes, where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to my sister and tell her my problem. I didn't have that my entire life.
Yeah, because she would be going through things that I was like, I don't know.
5 years ahead, right? So
I don't know what advice to give you. But
absolutely.
Then I think as you age, you start going through the same things.
And the age gap just sort of doesn't matter anymore. It happens now. People are like, oh, who's older? Or,
people think I'm old all the time. They just a lot of wrinkles or something.
Or that I'm really immature, but
we were close because, like I said, we moved towns and we're kind of all we had. But then eventually it became choice. We definitely choose to be friends because we could easily just we don't live together, so we could easily just not really see each other.
Over the years, as we grow, we could grow apart easily. Like we're completely different people than who we were before. And she stopped eating meat before me. She could have done that on her own, and I could have just kept eating meat and never really seen the consequences of it or been aware of it. But she, I don't want to say dragged me along with her, but we connected over.
See something beneficial, we just always tell each other.
Because in 5 years, I have no idea who you're going to be. Hell, I don't even know who I'm going to be. People always say like, oh, you grow into different people, but you can grow together.
You can, yeah.
And that's just a choice that we make. Okay, next question. On a less serious note, what is your skincare routine? Well,
I don't have one.
yeah.
I apologize. I don't have any tips.
I would say Olay soap and Davida lotion, but
me
we've
currently.
been like getting yelled at. We don't have any specific brands that we use. I just learned the difference between toner, serum, and moisturizer.
You still don't even know. She still doesn't even know. I don't even know.
Okay,
There's
but
like
you know
4
what?
different
This is
types of
important.
acid
We
that
should
you can
know.
put on your face.
Is it acid? Am I putting acid on my face?
There's like
I guess
salicylic, glycolic.
Oh dear.
That's all I know.
What does it even do? Oh right, your pores. It's for your pores.
No, but it also can get rid of like a layer of skin that causes acne. I don't even know.
Help.
We've been really like blessed with our skin, so I'm sorry. It is genetic.
I mean, I do have planets on my face every now and then. I'll share what we learn as we go and like.
What struggles do you face being plant-based? That's a good one.
Yeah.
There's a stigma. There's a lot of mockery of not eating animals or their secretions. I don't struggle with regarding what to eat. Like, there's a million options, but the biggest struggle that I face is definitely people telling me that I'm going to die in a year if I continue being.
That's her professor. Who?
That was my prof. Yeah. The misunderstanding of it, just the way people have a wall up towards it. That's my biggest struggle. But it's something that we're gonna try and work on and impact and change.
I got extremely lucky. Like my sister, my mom is pretty much vegetarian. My best friend always chose vegetarian dishes. So I had a lot of people around me. My associate at work, she was also giving up meat. So it was really just, I was able to grow with that. I mean, we were able to have like a vegan family Christmas dinner.
Oh,
so many, that's a luxury that not a lot of people have. Like our whole family was able to do that. So for me, it's more so the distant friends, the ones you want to catch up with. The comments here and there, they're kind of hurtful. Like, hey, I want to hang out with you. I really want to see you. And then it's like, oh, right, you can't eat meat anymore. It's like, well, it's not that I can't. It's a choice not to. And I'd rather hear open-mindedness to it because, I once ate meat and I understand. I'm hoping that most people around me will start to see as we talk about it why veganism and not eating meat in the meat industry is so terrible.
Almost everyone in my circle is either plant-based or vegan, so that impacts like on our close circle.
Yeah,
that means a lot to us. We're very, very lucky that we only get mocked by people that we don't really know. We're gonna make a whole video about like the myths of veganism and why we even became plant-based in the first place and why we choose the word plant-based instead of vegan and just everything to do with that. So definitely stay tuned for that video.
We got through all the questions.
We did it! We did it! We had like 5 people that have been yelling at me, so I'm just so pumped that we got this out.
We're really excited to share this with you. We aren't perfect. We have no idea what this could grow into or what we're gonna really feel to talk about.
There's gonna be like literally 12 people that watch this, but shout out to those 12
all 12 of you.
We love
Give us some ideas.
Thank you.
Comment on any of your thoughts on the video. If you have any more questions about what our story is, who we are, leave comments on topics that you guys want to hear about. And thank you so much for watching.
Maybe we should make a Facebook page too. Just gonna get up and running.
No, Facebook's boring. It's like for old people.
Fine.
If you enjoyed this video at all, like, comment,
subscribe, follow us on Instagram too.
Share it with your friends. Bye.
Is that how we should end it?
If you enjoyed this video at all, like and comment.
Subscribe.
Like, comment,
subscribe.
Share with your friends.
Okay, but you get like more. You're getting more
No,
of the
then
words.
you're gonna be
Give
like,
me the words. I want the
Oh,
words.
no,
What am I saying?
My name is Umber.
Okay. I used to work at a Lebanese restaurant and people would always come in and just start speaking Lebanese to me and I was like, I don't
Arabic.
know what's going on.
Yeah.
No, it was Lebanese. They speak Lebanese. What are you talking about?
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
We're gonna look this up. Lebanese people speak Arabic.
No, it's a language that's influenced by all of those together.
But it's actually just Arabic.
Arabic is a written language, not a spoken one. Boom!
Okay, whatever. Anyways, going forward, Lebanese definitely people speak Arabic, trust me. Okay. Like, comment.
Dawn! You can't make noise in the back.
Literally stand there.
You're walking and you're a giant, so you're... Love you. Bye. Drive safe, please.
Subscribe.
Follow us on Instagram. That's a big one. Show us some love. He came back.
Well,
I cannot.
and, oh, right. Okay, I get it. John.
Too
You were trying so hard to be quiet.
Okay, that's it. Fuck, I got no more
done
takes.
enough.
I
We've
got
done
no
enough.
more takes.